All right, let's talk about one of the most famous equations in all of mathematics. I mean, you've definitely had to memorize it for a test. You might have even used it once or twice. But do you really know what it means? Like, what's actually going on? Well, today, we're going to find out. And there it is. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. You know it. You've seen it a million times. It's a classic, right? But the real question is, what is it actually telling us about how the world works? That's what we're here to unpack. Okay, so first things first, let's meet the main character in this whole story. Because to really get this formula, we have to look past the letters and numbers. We need to see the shape that makes it all possible. And the star of our show is, of course, the right-angled triangle. It's any triangle that has one of those perfect 90-degree corners. You know, like the corner of a square. The two sides that make that right angle, we call those the legs. And that third, longest side that's always opposite the right angle, that has a fancy name, the hypotenuse. Always the longest one. That's key. All right, get ready for this, because here comes the aha moment. We're about to go from an abstract formula to something you can actually see. This is the part where the theorem stops being just an equation you have to memorize and turns into something that just clicks. So let's start with our right triangle. We'll label the two legs A and B, and that long side, the hypotenuse, we'll call that C. Simple enough, right? But what about those squared parts of the formula? What does that even mean? Okay, this is the key to everything. That a squared in the formula, it's not just some abstract number. It is the literal, physical area of a square that you can draw right onto the side with length A. And you can probably guess what's next. The exact same logic applies to side B. So b squared represents the area of a second square built on that leg. So now we've got two squares, one sitting on each of the triangle's legs. And here's the beautiful final piece of the puzzle. C squared is the area of the big square you can draw on the hypotenuse. So what the Pythagorean theorem is really telling us, visually, is that the area of the a square plus the area of the b square will always and perfectly equal the area of the c square. The two smaller areas literally add up to fill the largest one. Isn't that cool? Look, let's prove it with the most classic example out there, the 3, 4, 5 triangle. So if we square the legs, 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16. Okay, add those together. 9 plus 16 is 25. Now, what's the square of the hypotenuse, which is 5? Well, 5 squared is also 25. The areas match up perfectly. It just works. Okay, so it looks really elegant. It's a cool visual trick, but what's it actually good for? Well, it turns out this simple relationship is an incredibly powerful tool for finding missing distances in the real world. Basically, this gives us two main ways to use the formula. If you know the lengths of the two shorter sides, the legs, and you need to find the long one, you add their squares. But if you already know the longest side, the hypotenuse, and you're just missing one of the shorter legs, you just flip the equation around and subtract. Add to find the longest, subtract to find a shorter one. And applying it is just a simple 4-step process. Step 1, figure out which sides are your legs and which is the hypotenuse. Step 2, plug the numbers you know into our formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Step 3, solve the equation to find that missing squared value. And then, and this is the step everyone forgets, the final crucial step. You have to take the square root of that number to get the actual length of the side. Don't forget the square root. All right, but now let's ask a deeper question. That visual with the squares is super convincing, it's great, but how can we be absolutely sure that it works for every single possible right triangle? I mean, not just the nice clean ones with whole numbers. How do we prove it? Well, the answer lies in a really beautiful geometric idea. So, yeah, how do we go from a cool picture to a rock-solid mathematical certainty? A proof that leaves absolutely no doubt. This, my friends, is where geometry gets really elegant. So to get this proof, we need to talk about something called similar triangles. Now, don't worry, it's a simple idea. Similar triangles are just triangles that are perfect scale models of each other. Think of it like a photograph and its enlargement. They have the exact same angles, so they have the same shape, but their sides are different lengths, but always in the same proportion. They're basically from the same family, just different sizes. And here it is, the genius move that unlocks the entire proof. You take any right triangle, and you draw just one single line. A line from that 90-degree corner straight down to the hypotenuse, hitting it at a right angle. When you do that, you perform a little bit of mathematical magic, because that one line splits the big triangle into two smaller ones. And here's the incredible part. All three of those triangles, the big original one and the two new little ones you just made, are all similar to each other. They're all part of that same family with the same angles. And because their sides are all perfectly proportional, we can use a little bit of algebra to prove, without a doubt, that a squared plus b squared will always equal c squared for every single right triangle in the universe. So you see, this isn't just some random rules somebody made up for a math test. It's a fundamental property of geometry. It's a truth that's literally woven into the fabric of space itself. And that brings us right back to where we started, but now we get it on a much deeper level. The formal, fancy way of saying it goes like this. The square on the hypotenuse of a right-angled triangle is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. And now you know they're not talking about numbers, they're talking about the areas. So what does this all mean? It means the next time you see a ladder leaning against a wall or a contractor squaring up a foundation, you'll know this simple, powerful rule that's at play. The Pythagorean Theorem isn't just math homework. It's a hidden blueprint for the world all around us. It's visual, it's practical, and we now know it's built on a foundation of pure, undeniable logic. And that just leaves us with one final thought. We've just unlocked one elegant, beautiful rule that helps shape our world. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other hidden patterns and elegant truths are out there, just waiting for us to discover them?